Kami Jude, and these afternoon we're going to be talking, like really, we're going to be talking. Muna is here. Muna, come on.
Good afternoon, Lagos City. How are you doing today? This is Munachiko Ojubana, your girl on the Metro Dial today.
Okay, and then I have I just want to use some certain words this morning or this afternoon, but then I have a writer here. I have I call him my boss because I've learned a whole lot from him, and he is a public speaker. He is just I don't know how come he is now an activist. I don't know if he was an activist right while he was in secondary school or university. That man who wrote Dangote's 10 Commandments on money. Anosike Peter is here, or Peter Anosike, whichever one. He's just here, right here in the studio. Beautiful afternoon to you, sir.
Well, it seems you are not a good Christian. Yesterday was Palm Sunday, and you are asking when is Easter.
I am not really used to these. Sometimes people calculate it. Sometimes Easter is last week of March. I think it was a year. It was last week of March.
It cannot be the next Sunday. The next Sunday.
Just forgive me.
After God, okay. Good Friday is Easter.
Just forgive me. Mm-hmm. Am I forgiven now? Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm happy to be here.
All right. It's time to discuss all the matters, but then there are basic stories. And some of them are so very unimaginable. A whole lot of things I want to share with you this afternoon. We will want to share with you this afternoon. I just hope you relax and let's talk about these issues one-on-one, like back to back. Okay. Mona is going to help us go through what is happening in Metro corner, right? Metro matters, like I call it. Briefly, she's just going to give us, bring us up to speed as regards what's happening in that area. So let's listen to Mona right now.
All right, down to Metro Corners this afternoon. Kaduna Governor Ubasani has clarified that 137 school children and not 287, as widely reported, were abducted from Kuriga in the Chiku local government area. Now, the school children were abducted from Leah Primary School and Government Secondary School on Thursday, March the 7th. And the governor spoke recently in an interview stating that all school children abducted by the bandits have been rescued by the military in collaboration with local authorities from neighboring Zamfara state, where the hostages were moved to by their kidnappers. The defense headquarters on Saturday also said that 137 students were rescued, contrary to reports that 287 children were abducted by bandits. And the relief governor has said that he described the 287 figures as a figment of people's imagination. And he said he doesn't want to join issues with anyone in terms of numbers, and that what is important to him and the state in general is the safe return of the children.
Hold on, pause with that story. Let me bring in Mr. Peter Anosike here. How many was mentioned first? Earlier
287,
and now they say is how many?
837.
What else do you know, Mr. Peter Anosike?
Well, for me, from the beginning, we heard that the figure was inflated, that it wasn't really 287. Understand? But the Kaduna state government should have issued this disclaimer immediately. So, because the news has gone everywhere, and I was even wondering where were the parents of these children, because they were in the forest for over 21 days, and we didn't hear any parents, any mother or any father shouting. And okay, how were they able to move 137 children from Kaduna, which is at the heart of the country, to Zamfara? So is it a vehicle? Is it a motorcycle that they were able to move 137 children and they were not spotted up to Zamfara State? So for me, it's still a mystery.
Okay.
It's still a mystery. So as the governor said, we shouldn't bother about the number. The most important thing is that the children are back.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Peter Nosike. Yeah, to get to another story that we have today, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, has increased the fare for the 2024 year pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia by 1,918,032 naira and 91 kobo. Now, the NACON spokesman Fatima Sanda Usara disclosed this in a statement on Sunday. It was said that intending pilgrims that still wish to participate in the 2024 Hajj are by this time advised to proceed and pay a balance of 1,918,032 naira and 91 kobo latest by 11:59 p.m. of 28th of March 2024. It said that the commission would shut down its system by March 29th and no other payments will be accommodated after. It said this balance is in accordance with the foreign exchange rates, and the good news now is that the naira has been appreciating and it has appreciated to 1,474 to a dollar over the preceding week, and after due consultation with stakeholders coupled with NACON's desire to ensure equitable spread of the federal government intervention to all the already registered pilgrims whose payments have been received, the commission resolved that each pilgrim will not have to pay that balance because of the foreign exchange rate. So if you've been planning to go to Saudi Arabia for Hajj this period, please take note of the increase.
You pay more.
Yes. And on another scene in Bauchi State, the deaths from the tragic stampede earlier reported have increased to 7 from the initial 4 that died during the distribution of Ramadan gifts offered by a philanthropist and businessman in Bauchi to reduce the hardship faced by the people. It had been reported that the stampede led to the death of 4 people on Sunday, but now the death toll has increased to 7, while they were all rushing to collect 10,000 naira from the donor. It was gathered that the stampede happened 10 a.m. on Sunday when the crowd, mostly comprising of women and youth, gathered at the venue to collect this gift from the philanthropist. And Bauchi Police State Command initially said that it was 4 people who lost their lives, but today the death toll has been increased to 7. While 7 have died, some are currently in the hospital receiving treatments.
And sometimes I want to ask, is there no other way to actually give out gifts to people instead of having them come all out at once to come and, and then we have stampede. Look at what happened in Lagos also the other day.
The truth is that we have no data in this country. Understand? We have no data. If we have data, then gift items can be sent to different houses. I knew that's during the COVID. My wife's elder sister, who is in Texas, her daughter's birthday, they sent the gift. The Texas government sent a gift at their doorstep.
Okay.
Understand me? They never advertise any birthday for the little girl. Understand? But the Texas government, because they have register of everybody's birth, they know that day was the girl's birthday. So they sent a gift and put it at their doorstep. This is what happens in a country that has data, but it doesn't happen in this country because there's no data. So everything, there must be a convergence of people. So the APC government has turned Nigeria to scavengers.
Too bad.
They have turned Nigeria to scavengers
as well.
All right, thank you. And last what I have today, following the killing of a 54-year-old civil servant, as earlier reported by us, Mrs. Fumilayo Adelai by her 17-year-old niece, Wumi, in Akure, Ondo State capital, the Ondo State Police Command has recently disclosed that the suspect had mental issues. Now, the Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, Fumilayo Odulami, has stated that the medical records from the psychiatric hospital where the suspect has been receiving treatment confirmed her health status. It has been said that Wumi stabbed the deceased, her foster mother, in her 3-bedroom bungalow along Superjet Road, Premier Estate off Oda Road, Akure, with the decomposing body discovered a few days later. It was said that the suspect was then arrested and had been taken into the police medical facility for safekeeping to avoid injury to herself and others. She said that the police took the remains to the mortuary, and during the cleanup, a mark of violence, a stabbing wound, was observed, and while a knife was also found at the scene of the crime. Now, investigations have revealed that the deceased lived with her niece, Omowumi, aged 17 years old, who suddenly disappeared after locking the door. It was residents who found the stench coming out of the house oozing that notified the deceased sister. And upon her sister's arrival, they peered through the window and they saw her corpse in a decomposing state, and it was removed for preservation. So yeah, it has been found out that her foster daughter, her niece, who stabbed her, has been mentally ill, and that was the reason she did it.
It's okay. Let me also bring you to the fore before we now continue with let's go into the stronger matters. Veteran Nollywood actor Mechi Munago is dead. He died at the age of 62. Munago was said to have suffered kidney failure and was on dialysis. A whole lot of what was it called now? A whole lot of issues, played out while he was ill. But then, Mr. Peter Amosike, I want to ask this question because of our Nollywood actors and actresses, the way some of these guys die. I mean, the way the kind of stage they find themselves before they finally die. I mean, it's just out of it. One would ask, what is it that should be learned, from this man's death?
Well, may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
The truth is that is what is known as lifestyle inflation. This is basically the main reason why they are dying the way they are dying, because I saw that on social media where the man was begging for help. Understand? I saw it on the social media where that should be last week or 2 weeks ago, where he was begging for money, and people will be wondering, this highly paid actor few years ago. It's not only in Nigeria that it happens, it also happens in the United States. Sportsmen, the research show that sportsmen go broke 7 years after they retire from their highly paid professions.
Really?
7 years.
7 years
after their highly paid profession. Now, let me give you 2 examples. Michael Tyson made $400 million in 10 years. Understand? But he became broke and began to sell his properties. Evander Holyfield made $200 million in his boxing career. He's now broke. What's the cause? It is lifestyle inflation. And it happens to most people because there are principles of saving which a lot of people don't know. Understand me? Sure. Principle has its own. There's a way that people save, and no matter how much you are making, if you follow that principle, you can save. Understand me?
Yeah.
It's just called the 50-30-20. That's the principle of saving in business. But these people, as their money is increasing, their lifestyle is increasing. Understand me? Maybe when they were being paid 1 million naira, that's a pay shooting, they are driving a Camry, and it increased to 3 million, they go on a Prado Jeep. They are going down, not up. And what exposes these victims of a lifestyle inflation is a sickness, accident. Understand me? When it happens, you see people who you thought were rich men begging for money because they were not saving. They were not abiding by the principle of saving. That's if they know that. So that's exactly what is happening to them. So it is not how much you make that makes you rich. It is how much you spend and what you spend on. Understand me?
Say that again, please.
It is not how much you make or how much you earn that makes you rich.
Okay.
It is how much you spend and what you spend your money on. Understand me?
Did you hear that?
I got.
Okay.
Understand? So it is not how much. That's why when people are saying, I want a high paying job, I want a high paying job. High paying job does not make anybody rich. What makes you rich is how much you spend. Understand? And what you spend your money on. Because to become rich, you must be living below your income. Understand me? To become rich, you must be living below your income. But these people live even higher than their income because they want to impress people. They want to show that they have arrived. Understand me? That's what I use that to tell people. I say, pretend as if you cannot afford a loaf of bread until people will find out that you are the owner of the factory. Do you understand that? Pretend as if you cannot buy a loaf of bread until people will discover that you are the owner of that factory. This is what mostly poor people don't abide by because they want to impress people. They want to show that they have arrived. They want to show that they are now rich. They are now better than their peers. Understand me?
Yes.
So if these actors, actresses can abide by this simple principle, this will not be happening to them. So it's a pity. It's very, very unfortunate.
So I love your statement on that. A whole lot of lessons to be learned when you have it. But what about saving? I didn't hear you mention saving. Like
no, I said that saving has its own principle, which is 50, 30, 20. That's the principle of saving. 50, 30, 20.
50 for what?
50
for what? 20 for what?
For your needs.
Okay.
NEEDS.
Okay.
30 for your wants.
Okay.
Then 20 for your saving.
Please say that again for some persons listening. Please
Okay. I said the principle of saving is called the 50, 30, 20. 50 for your basic need. Understand me? This includes your food, medical bills, house rents, those things that you cannot do without. Put it in your 50. Understand me? That's your needs. Then wants 30%. Then saving 20%. Understand me? Then but if you want to save more, go to your wants and add to your 20. That from 30 you'll be shifting to your 20. But the 50 remains untouchable. So once you abide by this nothing will make you to beg for money at the end of the day, because you should always be asking yourself, who will help me when I'm unable to help myself? Understand me? That stage that he was in. Understand me?
Yeah.
Who will help me when I'm unable to help myself? Understand me?
Sure.
So this is where they always lose it. And why they lose it is that not abiding by that principle of saving, which is 50, 30, 20.
Well,
no, that's an instance. I taught my children this. Understand me?
Yeah.
The difference between that's a need and want. So an instance, if they say, Daddy, I need to eat pizza, I say no. Pizza is want. Not need. Understand me? But to make it sound very important, they use need. Understand me? Because you can do without it.
okay.
Understand me?
Well, to the family of Amechi Munago, well, we pray that God will give you the fortitude to bear the loss, and may his soul continue to rest in peace.
Amen.
Amen. Now let's talk about let's get to business, real business now. Something is happening, with the Labour Party, and to so many people is not just good to hear at this point in time, especially the kind of love that people have for the party, because you have the presence of Peter Obi, in the party, and a couple of persons. Just recently we heard that the crisis rocking the Labour Party took a dangerous dimension, as of last week, with members of the Nigerian Labour Congress picketing the party's national secretariat and some of its state offices. There are also indications that the presidential candidate of the party, Peter Obi, and his supporters, known as Obidients, have abandoned the party's national chairman, who is Julius Abure, to his fate. This is not unconnected to the internal crisis that has been rocking the party structure since 2003. In fact, since after the election. Well, I don't want to bring in a papa right now, but I am forced to, bring in a papa after a series of legal battles with the national chairman of the party, Lamidi Apapa. Abure has been in the news over alleged financial impropriety and other, disturbing issues. Peter Noseke I've listened to a couple of persons. I've listened to other, radio stations analyze these issues. I've listened to journalists. I've listened to a couple of persons. But I want to hear you say something as regards what is playing out in the Labour Party. For some persons, it is actually a plan. It is an arrangement. It is a plan to bring down the entire structure, before 2026. Not even 2027. Not even 2027. Before 2026. To make sure the house doesn't hold at all. Why some will tell you, well, it's just Abure who is not doing the right thing. And then again, on the other side, people want to look at the role Lamidi Apapa has been playing so far. Now, where are we on these issues? What do you think? What do you know about this whole, saga?
Well, the issue is that LP as a party is in a mess at this point in time. And ordinarily people, and I feel that the party is being sabotaged by others that are afraid of it. Mind you, before 2022, Labour Party was dead. Nobody reckons with the Labour Party. It is Peter Obi that breathed into it and it became a living being. Understand? Before 2022, Labour Party has no soul. And anything that has no soul is dead. So, it is Peter Obi that resurrected the party and used it when he decamped from PDP. And the truth is that there's a difference between the Labour Party and the Obidients. So Labour Party is just a vehicle that the Obidients wanted to use and get to the presidency. Labour Party is just a vehicle, a boss that the Obidients wanted wanted to use to get to the presidency, but some people are afraid of it, so they are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that the party is destroyed. But some people say that the P2B has abandoned the party. The issue is this: the crisis. If Obi want to go into it, it's going to affect his brand. Understand me? And for me, neutrality favors the oppressor, not the oppressed. So if they say that P2B should be neutral, anybody who is neutral is favoring the oppressor, not the oppressed. So for me, some parties want to scatter the party before 2027, and that is what is happening now. And the president of NLC, Joe Ajero, who happened to be my very good friend, is not really showing maturity in NLC, because Labour Party should be different from Nigeria Labour Congress.
Okay.
Understand me? But now they are saying that it is their own. Understand me? A trade union is different from a political party. A trade union, which NLC is different from a political party. So I wonder why they want to take over a political party. Are you interested in running for an election? The answer is what I don't know. So for me, the party is in a mess now, and I don't see anything that will bring it up before 2027, because that is the wish of people in APC and in PDP. People in APC, people in PDP want to see the structure of the party destroyed. And that's what is happening now. So Namidi Apapa is just one of it. Then Ajero, I don't know where he stands at this point in time. I mean the NLC and president. Understand me? Because going to picket a Labour Party office, why must you do that? Why must you be telling Abure that he should resign? You have different objectives. Face your own. So for me, I don't see all the party getting to its feet before 2027. And what I'm advising the Obidients is to begin to seek for another decent platform.
No. Are you saying this to to Peter Obi now, or are you talking to the Obidients?
The Obidients is a movement.
Okay.
Peter Obi is just the face of the Obidients. Understand me? Obidients are those who want a change of status quo in Nigeria. Obidients are those who are not happy with the way Nigeria is going. Understand me? Obidients are those who are not happy that Nigeria, a country, one of the most, that's God's own country, that people are starving. Every day you hear people who go for food are being that people are destroyed, that Nigerians are now a begging country. Understand me? So these are the Obidients. Understand? Those who are not happy with the way the country is going. So it is a movement. P2B is just the arrowhead. So Obidients is more than P2B. Understand me? Obidients are more than P2B. So they should start looking for another political platform.
So in other words, are you saying that Peter Obi should also find a way to leave a Labour Party?
No, Obidients should tell Peter Obi what to do. That's Obidients is a movement. It's more that it's bigger than Peter Obi. But for me,
not the other way around.
No, not the other way around.
So if Peter Obi tells them, okay, we're going to PDP, we're going back to PDP, for instance, what happens?
If he can convince it's beyond him. Understand?
How do you mean it's beyond? Help me understand.
It's a movement. It is a movement. Obedience is not an individual. It is a movement.
People saw a competent driver and then they decide to board the bus, right? The driver can tell the passengers, okay, I think this route is the best to
and the
avoid
driver
kidnappers.
can say no, we will not take that way. Understand me? The drivers can say no, we will not take
I mean the passengers. You're talking about the passengers now.
Or the passengers in that bus can say no, we will not take this way.
Okay.
Understand me? So obedience is a movement. P2B is just the arrowhead. Understand me? So the obedience can tell P2B we are no more comfortable in this platform. Let us go to a different one. Understand me? So before P2B takes a decision, there must be a discussion. There must be an agreement. It's not what P2B can just wake up and say, I'm going to APC, I'm going to PDP, I'm going to SDP. No. So it is not P2B and it is beyond him.
Okay, but then let's talk about Abure. So many times I've heard people say that Abure hasn't been competent enough to handle the affairs of the party, especially the financial affairs of the party. Now, for some, it's not really true. They're just looking for a way to bring down Abure because they feel Abure is too hard not to crack, you know. So especially the Lamidi Apapa camp, they want Abure to step down so they could take over the affairs of the party. What do you think?
For me, you know, everything starts from the mind. The capacity to lead 1 million people may not be the capacity to lead 5 million people. So when Abure was the national chairman of Labour Party was a small fish. Understand me? Nobody reckoned with it. Nobody believed what happened in 2022, 2023 will happen. Understand? So Labour Party is now far bigger than what it was when Abure was elected or appointed. The only time that Labour Party made any impact was in 2010 when Olusegun Mimiko of Ondo State used it and won the governorship of Ondo State. Nobody has mentioned the Labour Party in a national election, but now they have senators, they have House of Representatives. Understand me? So, which means it is now beyond the Abure. Understand me? Which means he doesn't have the capacity to lead the Labour Party at this point in time. Because you can never be bigger than what you know. Understand? You cannot be bigger than what you know. So for now, maybe the capacity of the party at this moment, that when the Obidients joined them, became big. Abure maybe have become overwhelmed.
Okay.
He never dreamt of having senators, House of Representatives. Understand me? So it is P2B that now made the Labour Party a mega party in the country. Maybe he doesn't have the capacity to lead a mega party. That could be what we are having at the moment. So people are now beginning to see some part of incompetencies in him.
Okay.
And greed has also entered. Greed, envy, and so on and so forth. Now imagine you, a small man, a poor man, now leading a party that has many senators, many House of Representatives, even a state governor. Understand me? Which is not what it was before 2022. So greed has entered, envy has entered. Understand? So that's why everybody are now interested. They are now finding faults which they were not seeing before. This man doesn't have the capacity or doesn't have the competency to lead a mega party. Therefore, he should come down. So, but no, they should call for a national convention.
Okay, beautiful.
And that's they should call for a national convention. Let those who feel that they have the capacity to lead, then let them come out and contest.
Let's get down to let's break this down more. As a person, you are a social affairs commentator, and you've been following politics from time. And for a couple of months, you've also, made a couple of statements that are so binding and so strong. Do you see a Peter Obi leaving Labour Party before 2027? Would that because of Abure, or because of what's his name, Apapa, or But do you just see a Peter Obi leaving Labour Party?
I have said that Obidients is different from Labour Party. Understand me?
Yeah.
And I was taught not to use that word, never. Understand? I was taught not to use that word, never. So anything can happen. Understand? So politics is all about interest. So if you know that your interest will not be served in this particular political party, you have to go to where your interest will be served. But one thing I know that Peter Obi is not a desperate person. Peter Obi is not desperate about being a president of this country. Understand? Peter Obi is not among those we refer to as billionaires without enterprise.
Okay.
Peter Obi has what he is doing. He is not a professional politician, so he is not desperate. It is only those who are desperate that want to rule by all means. Understand? That want to be jumping from one political party to another. But if they mess Labour Party up as they are messing it up now, and understand me, the Obidients might tell Peter Obi, come out of here and go here.
It has been said several times that Peter Obi might go back to his former party, the People's Democratic Party, because they need someone who can challenge status quo. You need someone who can fight, the present government. What do you think?
For me, the best presidential and the vice presidential candidates that we have in this country are the best since 1960 was in 2019. Atiku Obi.
Oh, really?
That's the best
so far for you.
That's from 1960 to date. We've never had such a group. That's Atiku Obi. Minus that they rigged that election. Nigeria wouldn't be where Nigeria would have gone higher. That's the best squad so far. That 2019 Atiku Obi. We've never had such a wonderful pair in this country. But what happened? They rigged it, and that's why we are where we are at this moment. So Nigeria needs to be salvaged. And understand me, Nigeria needs to be saved. And if Peter will be going to PDP will help to save Nigeria, so be it. Understand me? If Peter will be going back to PDP will help to rescue Nigeria. Nigeria needs to be Nigeria has been kidnapped. Nigeria has been abducted. Understand me? If Peter will be going back to PDP will help to rescue Nigeria, so be it. That's my stand.
It's like a fight for the soul of the party right now.
And of the country.
Okay, is that how you want to put it?
Of the country, understand? Nigeria needs to be rescued from this political usurpers. Understand me? So, and if Peter be going to PDP will achieve that.
if Peter Obi goes to PDP, what happens to Atiku Abubakar? Who's going to be the lord, the king of that political party? Because Peter Obi has grown past, becoming a vice president again. I mean, going under Atiku Abubakar to become his vice. So we now ask the question: who is now going to lead the party if Peter Obi steps in?
No, if you are going, what should be in the mind of any leader is to serve. And a leader can serve in any capacity. Understand me? When you want to lead, ego shouldn't be there. Pride shouldn't be there. Understand me?
But you can't move up the ladder and then you find yourself coming to play a role, beneath. You step down from the ladder and you want to do something again. Okay. And now this is politics and we are in Nigeria.
Okay. Let me be realistic. Understand me?
All right.
As I always want to be. In the PDP, if Peter Obi moves to PDP, understand me?
Yeah.
And Atiku is in PDP. The highest political office holder in PDP is Atiku.
Okay.
Even though Peter Obi has run as a presidential candidate, he has never been a vice president of a country. So the highest political office holder in PDP is Atiku.
Okay.
Understand me? Because he has been a vice president for 8 years. Understand? So, and in a democracy, that's where people's interest is service. Understand? You cannot expect a now going to the offices that they have officially held. Atiku Abubakar has been a vice president. Peter Obi has been a governor.
Okay.
A vice president is higher than that of a governor, because according to the governor, the vice president is the number 2 citizen of the country. Understand me? Then followed there by the Senate president. Understand me? So going by that, Atiku, I'm telling you how it is in politics. Atiku cannot step down for Peter Obi. Understand me?
Why? You've heard several times.
He is a higher political office holder in the party.
People will also say he has tried his best. Let him go and rest. I guess you've heard that.
That's a different kettle of fish. Understand me? If Atiku wants to run, even though age is no more on his side, by 2027 Atiku will be 80 years. Even though he has that health with him, he has a very good health, just like Olusegun Obasanjo. Understand me? He has a very good, but the mental capacity of an 80-year-old man, why over 65% of our population are youths under 35? Understand me? Nigeria is a youth population. We have more youths than elderly people. Understand? So by 2027, Atiku will be 80 years. And I will not advise him to run at 80, because presidency is 24-hour job. Understand me? Presidency is a 24-hour job. But Atiku should know that age is no more on his side. Understand? And if he really means well for the country, he should want a younger person to go and do that job, so that he can be there as an advisor. Understand me? But as of if he wants to run, and Peter Obi wants to run, Atiku cannot step down for Peter Obi. This happened in the Democratic Party in America in 2020. Understand? I was telling them that Joe Biden is going to pick that ticket, because Joe Biden was the highest political office holder in the party. He ran as a vice president to Barack Obama. Understand me? So this is how it is done. This is how it is done. Understand me? So, and that is also why even in the Republican Party now, Trump picked the ticket because why? He is the highest political office holder in the Republican Party, being a former president. You cannot expect Donald Trump to step down for Nikki Haley, who was just an ambassador and the governor of a state. That's, I'm telling you how it is. Understand? But when the interest of the part of the country comes, it's important, then Atiku should go and rest, because he has been trying this since 1993. Understand me? Atiku ran with Abure and has to step down in 1993 under SDP. Understand me? 1993 that to now is more than 30. So he has tried his best. But I know that if he has picked that ticket in 2019, he will have done far better than Tinubu and far better than Buhari.
The opposition, what the opposition is saying right now is they're looking at who will pick the ticket that will be able to beat the current administration. I mean, to beat the All Progressives Congress in 2027. Because see, whether you like it or not, all of these things playing out within Peter Obi, Julius Abure, what's his name, all of these actors, it's all geared towards 2027 to make a particular political party go dormant and to give strength to the other one. Now, in 2027, now some persons have said, well, Peter Obi, or who do you think is that person that will be able to beat the All Progressives Congress? Some persons have said, okay, fine, let's come up with
Jude,
okay,
Jude, excuse me.
Yeah.
If a presidential election is held today, APC will not even get five. Are you aware of it? If presidential election is held today, Atiku will beat Tinubu, Peter Obi will beat Tinubu, Kwankwaso will beat Tinubu.
In a free and fair election anyway, right?
In a free and fair election.
Beautiful.
If presidential election is held today,
because we still have issues with the previous election.
APC will fail woefully because they have taken Nigeria to 1536 AD.
Why did you go that far to 15?
That's the worst year in human history.
1536?
When human beings parents were eating their children.
1536.
Yes, that's the worst year in human history. Google it and see 1536 AD.
Okay, AD.
Yes.
Okay, now let's come back to present day life. Let's leave 1536. Is that, I mean,
I say 536 AD.
Is it 536 AD?
Yes.
Not 15.
No, 536 AD.
Okay, 536. Because I want to quote you. I want to quote you, but now I think let's put that to rest now. But then let's come back to present day life. We're looking at the possibility of who. Of course, the All Progressives Congress might not remain like this. The party is fighting to save the country, to save the economy, and a whole lot of things. They are trying their hands on
and save itself too.
And save itself too. Now, the party is trying hard, doing everything possible to help itself. Now, it might not continue like this till 2027. Something might happen. I mean, that will liberate the party, that will take care of Nigerians, that will make Nigerians happy again. All right? Because these guys are still working. I mean, from meeting to meeting and all of that. Nobody will just look at things and just say, okay, the way they are now, and just go and fold your hands. No. But then
Buhari also worked for 8 years. Understand?
So what are you trying to say?
No, as you said that these guys are working now. And Buhari also worked for 8 years. Understand? And promised Nigerians that he's going to I'll build one refinery every year. Understand me?
Where I'm going towards is the fact that you mentioned that if elections were to be conducted today,
Tinubu will fail woefully.
Tinubu will fail.
Can you vote him with rice sending at 80,000 naira bag? Can you? Will you?
And I'm saying, do you think this will continue till 2027?
What do you expect? That it will get better? Is it what you are getting?
Of course, I hope for.
Because they are manipulating our currency at the moment. What you think that what we have now is not the true value of our naira? Our naira is being manipulated. Understand me? Just to make people happy. At the end of the day, the truth will come out. So nothing is happening at the moment. Understand me? Nothing substantial is happening at the moment.
So your thoughts now, what you're saying is that APC might go into extinction.
They will not go into extinction. They are not going into extinction.
In 2027.
No party is going into extinction. Understand me? But they will have their own problems before 2027. And a lot of people are not happy in the party. Understand me? And a lot of people are not happy, especially those in the north are not happy. Understand me? And then they determine who wins election in the country, though fraudulently. Understand me? They determine who win the election in this country, and until then we know, because for now somebody might emerge from PDP, emerge from SDP, emerge from any party. So we don't know the candidates yet. Before 2023, nobody knew what P2B could do. Nobody knew Dati Ahmed.
Okay.
So we can only talk of today.
I asked you a question, and I want to go back to that question. The political party that you think P2B should move to, if he has any reason to leave the Labour Party, is it to go form a different political party? Maybe youth movement or whatever movement party, anything, I don't know. Or he should go back home to PDP, where
if
people
you
will tell
go
you
to form a new party, what if INEC, that is now one of the arms of APC, refuses to register it?
Why would you say INEC is now one of the arms of the All Progressives Congress?
I say if they form a new party and INEC, which is one of the arms, one of the branches of APC, refuses to register it, what happens? So the first step, what P2B can do is to register, is to enter an existing political party. Understand me?
That's why I said, are you saying that Peter Obi should go back home to his political party, the PDP? Because in the last election, people spoke so much about
P2B is an individual. I'm telling you, the P2B is the arrowhead of the Obidients. Obidients are bigger than P2B. Obidients will tell P2B what to do. Understand me? Obidients will tell P2B what to do. Understand? P2B is not doing this for himself. He is representing some people. It is those people that will tell him go here or go there, or don't even contest at all. Mind you, P2B had not told anybody that he is contesting 2027. I hope you are aware of that. P2B has not told anybody that is contesting 2027. And you cannot force him to contest. What I say is that the Obidients are those that will tell him you can contest or you cannot contest. Understand me? He is not just himself. He is a public figure. He goes by what those under him tells him. Understand him?
But Peter Obi is an entity. He's just one person, right? He came out before people accepted him. With what we heard him say, people decided to pitch tent with him. So I don't understand why you want to say Obidients will direct Peter Obi as to what to do.
Obidients is a movement which is bigger than Peter Obi. Understand me? Obedience is a movement which is bigger than Peter Obi. It is the obedience that will tell Peter Obi what to do at the end of the day. But as I said, Peter Obi had not told anybody that he is contesting 2027. So when he takes that decision, understand, after consulting with the Obedience, we now begin to ask we're under which political party. So this is just 2024.
Now let's play this out. Look at it. If rice is sold for about 10,000 naira before 2027, and fuel is sold for like around 200 naira or 180, 190 before 2027. I'm just trying to paint the picture though. The bag of rice, and okay, let me just say everything. All these basic items that drop to like to what's to like how much now? What's the percentage now?
Everything dropping to a fair amount.
Okay. What do you think? Where would you? How would you look at the All Progressives Congress at that point?
I don't want to bother myself with what will never happen. Rather, rice will go to 100,000 naira a bag.
What will never happen?
Mr. Losike, we are painting a picture here for you.
An unrealistic picture. You are painting a picture of a flying horse.
What you're saying is that things will continue this way
you
in this country.
You are painting a picture of a flying horse.
You're saying that things will continue this way in this country
because there's nothing to show that it will get better. Foundation determines everything. That foundation is not there. You cannot build anything when there's no foundation. Understand me? You cannot build anything where there's no foundation. So Nigeria is hanging at the moment. Some people are celebrating that naira is now 1,400. Understand? Tinubu inherited it at 700 and times it by 2. Understand me?
But so for instance, Cardoso is not saying what you are saying right now.
Who?
Cardoso himself is not saying what you are saying. The way you are analyzing it, the way you are saying it, that things will continue this way. He himself is not saying it.
He is under Tinubu's payroll. He cannot say a different thing. He will lose his job within 24 hours. Understand me? Tinubu inherited the naira 700 naira from Buhari. Understand me? He mismanaged it and it got to 1,900, 1,800, and it's now coming back to it's now about 1,400, and people are rejoicing. Okay, Jude, excuse me.
Right.
Now, if I left 10 cows with you, and out of your own incompetencies, 6 run away, understand? Then you manage that to recover 2. So I should be celebrating you that you recovered 2. I shouldn't. So people will begin to celebrate Tinubu when naira become lower than 700. That's when we will know that Tinubu is doing something. Understand me? That's the only time. Nigerians are economic illiterates. That's our problem. Nigerians are basically economic illiterates.
I'm getting some feelers here right now, though, and several messages already here. Someone is asking me to find out directly from you where you see the APC in 2027. I've asked that before, but they want you to say, where do you see the All Progressives Congress in 2027? With what is playing out? I already asked if you think they're going into extinction, and you said no.
They're not going to.
So where do you see them?
I say if presidential election is held today, Tinubu will fail woefully. Understand me? Which means if what is happening today continue to 2027, unless they rig in 2023, Tinubu will fail. That is the question answered. I say if presidential election is held today, March 25, Tinubu will fail woefully. If this scenario continues to 2027 and they did not rig last year, Tinubu will still fail. That's my answer. That's my answer.
Okay, now let's. It is I think over the weekend, yeah. No, not weekend. Last month, I think, yeah, thereabout. We're discussing the future of politics in Nigeria, and somehow we started talking about a couple of journalists. We started talking about who will take over, who might take over. You know,
take over from who?
From the current administration in 2027.
That's the political party,
the person. By extension, the political party that might take over from Tinubu, not in 2031, but in 2027. If things continue this way, right? People are looking for who? Okay, now is power. Let me find out from you. Is power going back to the north after Tinubu? Right? Am I right?
Which year?
In 2031. Power is supposed to go back to the north, right? I want to place something right here.
Because that was the gentleman agreement, not constitutional anyway, but they have a gentleman agreement that power will be rotating between the north and south. Understand? That is the gentleman agreement.
Okay, north and south, yes. Excluding the east.
The east.
North and south now. We have 3 geopolitical zones in the north, 3 political zones in the south. South includes the southwest, southeast. Understand me? North.
No. Okay.
Not east, northwest, not central. Understand me? So I say between north and south.
There is a reason why I particularly mentioned east, the southeast.
It's not that I'm being very, very objective. There was a gentleman agreement that power will be rotating between the north and the south. For now, in the APC, power is in the south. Understand me? So after, if they manage no matter and they road to 2031, the north will say that power has stayed 8 years in the south, that it should come to the north. Just like after 8 years of Buhari, the south we are shouting is their turn. Understand me? So that
2 questions in one, but I don't know. Maybe I should split it. Let me split it, so we can better understand, my drift. While we were having this discussion, some person said that the north might not want to want the current government to retain power. That they might just find a way to distort the center so that the center won't hold, then find a man, from the north who they would bring up by themselves and push him to, the center. Because, like you rightly said, that the northern Nigeria is not happy with this current administration.
They are not happy, and they gave Tinubu 65%. While Southwest gave Tinubu 25%. So it is the north that made him president, so they can take it if they want.
So that's why I now ask the same question I asked. I don't want you to dodge it. In 2027,
I don't dodge questions.
In 2027, do you see someone coming in to to fight this thing, aside the names we all know, the Peter Obis of this world, the Atiku of this world, or maybe they might reinforce Kwankwanso to the center to make sure that the thing goes back to the north even before 2031. That's where I'm going to.
It is very, very possible. It is very, very possible. If the north convene under PDP and back PDP in 2027, PDP will overthrow APC. Understand me? If the North can support a candidate in PDP in 2027, they will defeat APC. That's going by the current situation. And mind you, there's a unity in the North. There's none in the South. I'm telling you.
Okay.
There's unity in the North. There's none in the South.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and I have here Peter Anosike, who is my guest today. Mona Chiku is on a WhatsApp portal, and of course looking at some of the metro stories. But then, Mona, let's get the WhatsApp number.
The WhatsApp number to call and send your messages to is 0817 175 6338. Again, that's 0817 175 6338.
All right. Now, just you can start sending in your messages, okay? And of course, we will read your message. Definitely, we'll read your message. Then, if you want to call in, the number to call is 0700 903 903 903. I want to open up the studio lines as quickly as possible so we can have a robust discussion today. All right? We're talking about the country, the party, the country, and of course, the political party, which is the Labour Party. We're looking at Peter Obi himself. We're looking at issues even before 2027 election, looking at Apapa, Abure, and a couple of issues here and there. All right. I just hope you've been following from, when we started discussing. But then let's get you involved in the discussion. 0700 903 903 903. Again, 0700 903 903 903. Keep your comments very civil. Very civil. Exactly. And 60 seconds for everyone. Hey, if you want to call, 60 seconds for you. I might just obstruct. I might just make sure you follow 60 seconds. Call in and let's get your views. Go straight to the point and let's hear your comments, your observation, your query, or anything. Thank you so very much. 0700 903 903 903. Those calling from outside Nigeria, you can use a WhatsApp number, okay? Thank you so much. Good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon. 0700 903 903 903. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Can you there?
Good afternoon.
Peter, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Just go ahead.
Yes, what I'm saying is this. 2027, the way Nigeria does their things, even though Tinubu leave APC and go to AA, as long as Nigerian court is concerned, if APC merge together with Labour and the PDP against AA, where Tinubu is contesting, AA will still win the whole Nigeria because of courts. And another thing I want to say is this. Peter Obi is differently from Obidients. I love what Mr. Peter Anosike said. Obidient is different from Peter Obi, only that Peter Obi is the driver of Obidient. But it's only Obidient can take the power from APC if the election is conducted well, because APC is all about fraudulent people and the
what? Hello? Okay. Oh, so sorry about that. Okay. Do call back. Yeah. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Jude.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Peter Usufo. I'm calling from Abure in the country.
Let's talk.
Yeah, first of all, on the 137 rescue Kaduna students, I'm so appreciative of it. It's very much commendable by the government. In fact, whether they were rescued by the military or ransom was paid, the important thing is that they have been released to their parents, which is very, very good. That is that. On the brouhaha going on between Labour Party and, of course, NLC. I would say here that Abure is not charismatic enough to unite that Labour Party as it was. But this is a litmus test for Peter Obi. You see, if Peter Obi does not bring the centrifugal forces in Labour Party, then if you look at if he cannot govern that place, and that is, he cannot govern his family, then how will he be able to govern Nigeria as a whole? So it will also mean that it's a rolling stone that gathers no noise. So be that as it may, I want to allow Nigerians to know the meaning of that obedience. Obedience only came up during the primaries of PDP in the 2023 election, when he knelt down for Abubakar Atiku during that primary election as it were. So people just saw him, even including myself, my own bishop, that, oh, this man is a very humble person. So from there, people now said obedience. Obedience did not come from the word Obi. It came from that primary something. You understand? And obedience is, Peter Obi is a brand to LP. As people had already known that Labour Party was not totally in existence before Peter Obi came up. So that is that. Finally, I want to let your guest there to know when he said that if election is conducted today, as things are today, that APC will lose the election via Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want to, with all sincerity and humility, tell him that he's a dreamer. In fact, he should wake up from his dream and face reality. Whether he likes it or not, APC will continue to win and win in 2027. This is my submission for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate your call. Yeah. Hello, good afternoon to you. You respond. Just hold on. Hi.
Yeah, this is Remy.
All right.
Greetings to your guest and the lady.
All right.
Let me start by addressing the last caller, telling us where the name Obidients started from. He should stick to his APC politics. He shouldn't say anything he doesn't know anything about. All he just said they were forced. He said it was when he knelt down for Atiku. How can you just come on here and spew gibberish? Even if you're on the payroll, stick to what you're asked to say, not telling lies on air. You asked Mr. Nosike if the prices of goods and other stores comes down drastically, and I love the response he gave you. He said he can't say anything pertaining to what will never happen. It's like telling me, what if an elephant start flying tomorrow? It's impossible. It's impossible. There should be a parameter to that. Presently, are you producing anything? The answer is no. Have you reduced cost of governance? The answer is no. Your security, what is the state of your security now? You are more insecure than ever before. So the parameters to even think that would happen are not in place. And the future is so bleak. That is by the way. I don't know if you discussed the issue of the Binance guy that they said escaped.
Well, I'll still touch on that though. I'll still touch on that.
We were told he escaped, and it sounds so funny. I don't want to use another word. It sounds so funny. You can't tell me someone under your nose.
Hello? Uh-oh. Are you there? Sorry. So sorry about that. Yeah.
Jude, I want to say something about that Osufo. Do you know where Abaranje is? Have you been to
he said Abawonjo, what?
Abaranje in Ekotu? When you go to Ekotu, you begin go inside the bush. Understand me? Abaranje, that's our village farms.
Is it Abaranje or Abawonjo?
Abaranje in Ekotu. So when he's talking, I mentioned that Abaranje. I always feel ashamed. You are praising APC. You are living in a bush. Understand me? You are living in a bush. Understand me? So when I hear I'll be expecting to hear Ikoyi, VGC. That guy is shameless.
No,
He is very, very shameless.
No, it's okay. I think that's where he chose to stay. I mean,
he cannot afford rent anywhere. He's a shoe shiner. He cannot afford rent anywhere else. He's very, very shameless.
I think we need to take another call now at this point in time. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, today.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I just want to can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I just want to comment about instead of doing that, people will call, give their opinion. He will come and say, I've been watching, I've been listening to him for sometimes. If you continue to do that, I will continue to call and center him. If you call him, say your opinion and leave others with your opinion. What's the business? What is it? And another thing he does is he speaks on comments. So that is it. Thank you very much.
It's okay.
My regards to your guest.
It's all right. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Good afternoon.
This is Remy calling back.
Right.
My line went off the other time.
All right, let's go quickly.
Yeah. I beg, please take it easy. I beg. We know them. So they have a WhatsApp group where they are being told what to say on there. Sure you get, so please take it easy. We were told those who were kidnapped were released. Oh, sorry, were they rescued?
Maybe rescued or released. I wanted to ask. Good, just go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Because we need to know if they were rescued by rescued. Who? If they were released, how much was paid? And people saying it doesn't matter. What you are telling other kidnappers when you pay one kidnapper is like, it's a thriving business. You need to go into that business. So whether you admit on air, whether the government choose to tell us that ransom was paid or not, for as long as they pay ransom, the industry will keep growing bigger. 2015 till now is like 8 to 9 years. Kidnapping industry is like the biggest so far in Nigeria. There are so many unreported ones whereby they will tell their victim to tell their family not to tell the police. And they pay ransom. We don't get to hear about that except the prominent ones. So for as long as the government allows this to happen, it will continue. Nigeria is not the biggest country in the world whereby you can use expanse of land as an excuse that Nigeria is too big. Nigeria is not the biggest. Russia is bigger than Nigeria. Look at what happened in Russia within a week. Today. That is a country functioning. Within a week, see what happened in Russia. When it comes to taxes, they compare Nigeria to USA and other countries. But when it comes to governance, they won't dare compare Nigeria to developed countries. It's so shameful. Lastly, the issue of the Binance guy that we were told he fled. What was the word they even used?
He escaped.
He escaped. Okay, he escaped and he took a flight the same day he escaped. From the simple movie I usually watch, one of the first place you dare not go through is the airport.
Airport. Number one.
The first place you dare not go through to like travel out of any country is the airport. So they should try and make this make sense. If ordinary journalists, ordinary Peter Obi can be bugged, his calls were bugged, they listen to his calls. So how come they were not listening to the calls this guy were making when they were under detention, when he was under detention of the NSA, DSS? They said he had privileges, he make calls and all that. Are they telling us they don't know the conversation he had with those he called? Are you telling me they never bugged his line to know what he was discussing? Someone who was was on their list.
Thank you.
They should just tell us that the government of Nigeria released this man to his country. They shouldn't tell us he escaped. It doesn't make sense.
All right. Thank you so very much. Thank you. You want to say
I want to say something on the guy.
The Binance guy.
For me, this is an RNG escape. One, he was never in the DSS custody. No. He was in a guest house. Understand me? He was in a guest house, has access to everything. Understand me? And the security guy said that he led him to a mosque in the spirit of Ramadan.
Really?
and they confiscated all his passports. Understand me? So
how can
he now, which airline? They said that he went through Kenyan Airways,
Middle East airline.
so they knew, so which they were tracing him. do you understand that? So somebody is in detention, supposed to be in detention.
You took it to the nearby mosque.
No, you are not to be making calls. You are not listening to his calls. Understand me? So you don't even care what he is discussing. And then somebody who escaped, you don't near an airport. Understand me? Because you become like a goldfish. You don't near an airport at all. Because that is the easiest that you can be caught. And this guy just escaped from the mosque, walked confidently to the airport and entered this and go. No searching, no anything. So they need to tell us a different story.
Let's take more calls at this point. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello. Okay.
All right. Send your messages and please call us on WhatsApp 0817-175-6338. Again, 0817-175-6338.
Especially for those calling from outside the country, yeah? You can use that WhatsApp number. Thank you so very much. Now, hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Are you there? Oh, okay. 0700-903-903-903. That's the number to call. Good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kamijide.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much.
My name is Divine Sigosi, coming from Oshobi.
Okay.
Kamijide, I think I'm say because you get to the table. If you watch, you realize that this government are not serious at all. Not serious. Even the small and great know that this government is not serious. This is why someone is rightful sense will come out and be able to support the government like this. Who even under you would have seen people suffering more in this government. But it's not surprising, because some people are being benefiting from this government too. Then again, what I want to say is that, see, it can be there. Those people, those children that have been released, from the one these people have been arrested, did the governor of that state come out and tell us that this figure, this 287, this figure is wrong? No, it is not. Nobody came up and said that figure was wrong. Only until they give date, that I said date, if people did not pay ransom, we will kill the children. 2 days to that day, the government meets with the president, and when we heard that the children had been released, 137, that is no more 287. Why are they 150? Or maybe they have died, because we heard that most of the one that escaped, so that those children are being moved with legs, and some become tired on the road, and some can let that. So this government has not true, and they will help us. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. God bless you too. Appreciate your call. 0700-903-903-903. I want to take as many calls I can take this afternoon, but then okay. Let's see. If you're calling from the diaspora, okay, chill. Hold on first. Let's do this one. Good afternoon to you. Hello, can you speak up?
Yes, my name is Tabu, calling from Morili.
Okay.
I greet your guest in the house. You see, when they say this man escapes, you also laugh. I love your work anyway, because there's a limit of what we can say on the air. We know the truth. You also know the truth. But by the time we are saying this how you will tell us we should make it civil simply because of I know the reason. I know. So I don't want to go much about it. You see this country, in Nigeria, hey my goodness, God. I give up Nigeria a very long time ago. We don't have a country. I always say so. Even if I call your program, I call this woman in the morning or something. We say I will have a country. Yes, people will say we have it, but I know that we don't have a country. This is not a country. It's not the way they run a country, and the country can never stand like this. This man said if Tinubu runs today, he will lose the election. In fact, the one he run already, he lost, and he continue to lose again because you see the way they turn this country upside down. That's why you see, I love Peter Obi. I love Peter Obi, but what Peter Obi did that made me, I was so sad each time I remember this. When they pull out of PDP, I know this is what going to happen. He can never become a president. He knows that. How can you do election with this monster and you think you win? You can never. You just team up with the article. Just for this. Don't let me use that word. You just team up. Oh God! Even if I pull out of that PDP that time, I know this will happen. There's no way they can come again and start and win this. If they do this election again, this man will win. No, he loves power a lot. I mean, Yoruba man, I know that this man will win. No matter how people go, is it not this country we are? This man will win again. Forget about it. It's not about what he's doing or what he's not doing. There's no the way they will go to do it. The arrangement is there. If the power leaves this place, he will go back to north. That's why I said that this Obi can never become this. I don't know if Atiku can do it, but Obi, don't forget it. Except as soon as Obi come, maybe the arrangement between Atiku that time, maybe if Atiku go down, maybe he can step in. But for him to come alone, I doubt it. Not in this country we are. And for me, if I have opportunity today, I always say it if I call your program, if you remember, I will jump out for this country and not look back. This is not a country, my brother. Bye-bye.
Thank you so very much for calling. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's see if we can read a couple of messages that we have now. Quickly. Muna, let's go. Let's read the messages we have.
Good afternoon, Ikami Jude and Mr. Peter Anosike. I usually agree with your guest on most of his standpoints, but I totally disagree with him when he said that the best combination we ever had was Atiku Obi 2019 ticket. What exactly are his reasons for saying that? Atiku that has a large moral baggage all over him, a person that has not been able to clear all the allegations of financial improprieties against him. Moreover, what are we still doing with these old people in power? A smaller country, Senegal, just voted in a 44-year-old man as president. For me, Atiku is totally out of it. This is Sahid Barwa. And from Adeyemi Kamoru from Satellite Town, Lagos, he said, Peter Obi cannot rule this country. Nigeria will fall apart in his hands. This country needs someone that will see something and act and not seek for permission. Someone who cannot control his party, cannot control Nigeria. And this person says, Obi remaining in the Labour Party to 2027 is dicey for me. Looking at the current division in the party, what if in 2027 the party produces two presidential candidates, like we have seen in the upcoming governorship election with PDP producing two candidates? Wouldn't it be a challenge for Peter Obi if he remains in Labour Party with the possibility of that happening? Then again, I think people are putting a lot of responsibility on him in resolving the issues of the party. The man doesn't own the party, and I also think Julius Abure should be thrown out. The man carries around big baggages of accusations on his head, and some things seem to be dropping on the robe of Peter Obi. Hence, the cry for Obi to do something by political displaced and misplaced priority Nigerians. Since Peter Obi entered Labour Party has lost a lot of money. The greedy hyenas in the party have started showing their talent, wanting to eat all of the goodies, like the world is coming to an end. All right. That is what we have. And
all right.
Yeah, that is what we have.
Okay. Before that, let me talk to this person. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, afternoon, Lady. I'm just intrigued by some of the things your callers have been saying. First, Mr. Anosike, I just want to.
What's your name, please, and your location?
Hello.
Your name and your location, please.
Oh, sorry. My name is Christian Louis. I'm calling from London.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to take Mr. Anosike with one of the things he said. I think he was trying to dodge the question when you asked him if, about the geopolitical zones in Nigeria, when you mentioned East, Southeast especially. He didn't want to mention that. In terms of the presidential, if then you ask him if presidential election is conducted today, whom do they think current president will win? Which I believe he will not win. He will win. Let me put it that way. He will win if our electoral laws are not strengthened. If the judiciary is still as it is now. Even though I'm here, I know that P2B won last year's election, hands down. He won. There's no doubt about it, and most people will agree with me that he won. If not, P2B won states like Plateau State, Benue State, Rivers State, and what did INEC do? They did not the so-called glitch. Unfortunately for them, some of the states, some of the election results were on their portal, which Labour Party presented to the tribunal. And what did they do? They discarded it. They uphold what Wike put in Rivers State, even though members of PDP of recent have been saying that they know who won the election in Rivers State. But so what I'm trying to say is that if the election is conducted today, free and fair, 2027, 2031, and P2B is contesting, he will win. With regards to Obidients, yes, Obidients, they are a separate group from Labour Party. Some members of APC and PDP are obedient. When the election comes for presidential election, some of them will vote P2B. They will vote P2B, I mean obedient. However, they can vote for other candidates in other parties. And that makes me believe that if election is conducted free and fair today, without interference of the judiciary or the government, INEC, P2B will win the election. That's just my own opinion anyway. With regards to what is happening, those guys that escaped, that tells you all you need to know about Nigeria. That just tells you, how could somebody in detention escape through the airport? He must have given money to a lot of those people who is a joke anyway, to be frank. Nigeria is a joke. Until somebody comes outside. I used to live in, obviously I'm a Nigerian. I worked, after my youth service, I worked in the bank for many years before I came abroad. And when I came abroad, that's when I saw the difference between the governed and what it means to be in government. I listened to our parliament, our senators, what they get. When I listen to House of, the parliament here, they debate on how to help the poor masses. How the masses should be helped, unlike in Nigeria. It just, it's just difference is like day and night. But I wish our country, it's still my country, I just wish that we have better leaders. That's why I support P2B, any day, anywhere. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Thank you so very much for talking to us. All right. Hello, good afternoon to you. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Anthony calling from Ijeoma.
All right, Anthony, let's go.
Yeah,
quickly, please.
Your guest has spoken very well. You see, but it pains me, Jude, that at this modern age in time that we are living, that some people will come and be saying things that are not supposed to say on radio. You understand? Look at this guy, that guy so-called Usifu. The cheapest, if you want to get a house, cheapest house, a place can get the cheapest house, go to Abure. That is where you get a house in a very cheapest rate. Last time I was looking for accommodation. They took me to that place. Though there was a very beautiful houses there, but if you want to live in a cheap house, go to Abaranje. That same Koso man will come on air and be saying nonsense.
It's okay.
Can you imagine saying nonsense on radio? It's a very shame of it.
Let's leave it there, please. Let's leave it there. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Ikami Junior.
60 seconds, please.
Good afternoon.
Yeah,
good afternoon, your guest and everybody in the studio. I want to contribute.
Your name and your location, please.
My name is Chicks. I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
All right, let's go, Chicks.
It's if we conduct an election today, whatever party that is in power will still continue to rule. There's no doubt about that. And I'm using this media to advise Obi. If he wants to conduct attend all this election, he should start championing changing whatever that was wrong in the last election. Without that, forget election in Nigeria. If you're a monster, you win an election. If you are not a monster, forget it. You say this present government, APC, they can stay there for the next 60 years until Nigerians are ready. There's no doubt about that. Because everything, look at what we are saying. Somebody escaped in a country. A foreigner escaped in a country. Is that not laughable? That tells you how the government, how the system is run. There's no two ways about it. Let's not joke about this. These people are, I don't want to use uncomfortable language here, but you know what I'm talking about, who these people behaves like. How can you say somebody, a foreigner, who is in your country for such indictment, and you're coming up to tell us that that person escaped? That is how the election will go on. If Mr. Peter Obi wants, obedient, if they can't see, I'm an obedient, but I've seen it. Without these people campaigning, you can match anything you like without going through the National Assembly to change whatever that is wrong in the last thing, including the judges. It's not going to work. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for calling. Now, to Peter Nosike, I know there are a couple of issues you want to touch on, here and there. Quickly do so. We have just a few minutes to go.
No, the fourth guy that called from London said that I dodged mentioning Southeast. I said where the president comes from is not constitutional, but there's a gentleman agreement that power will be rotating between the North and the South. Understand? Mm-hmm. And Nigeria has 6 geopolitical zones, 3 zones in the North and 3 zones in the South. South included Southwest, South, and Southeast. North included South, Northeast, Northwest, North Central. So that power will be rotating between these 2 zones, North and South. If Saraki emerges from North Central, he is a candidate of the North. If let me say P2B emerges from Southeast, he is a candidate from the South. So it's the agreement did not say Southeast or South or Southwest. And again, I said that there's no unity in the South. Understand? Because if there's unity in the South, Tinubu shouldn't have contested, because Olusegun Obasanjo has taken the turn of the Southwest. Understand me? Okay. Jonathan for the South. So it is duly at the turn of the Southeast, but Tinubu still emerge. Understand me? So tomorrow, nobody can say that the Southeast is not support.
Thank you.
It's not supporting the Southwest.
Peter Nosike, I want to say thank you so very much. Our time is fast spent. We have to go. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
All right. This is 2:58 p.m. and next up we have the business report at 3. Mr. Peter Anosike, we want to thank you today for your insightful analysis. My name is Munachuku Ojubana. You can follow me on all social media platforms, _mu.na. And rounding it off,
my name is Jude Ikami Jude. All right, on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Ikami Jude, IKAMIJUDEH, one word. I love you so much. Let's continue this conversation, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be here from 1 p.m. I'll be here and we'll talk more. Okay? I'm sorry, so many calls coming in. I can't just dare it right now. Or else, what's her name? Ijeoma Innocence. It's going to deal with me. I'm so sorry. I have to go now. Thank you so very much, everyone, and good afternoon to you.